Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, This and That. As you will notice, I have been gone for a hot minute, about 6 months to be exact. And the reason for that is because I had a family thing that I had to take care of, and that was that my mother had passed away shortly after I had uploaded my last video. I believe it was in February when I last uploaded a video, and she passed in March. And it was very unexpected. She wasn't sick, so it really threw everything through me for a curveball. Obviously, it happened over the course of actually 5 days. So on a Sunday, when I would normally call to check in on her, just to check in, she wasn't feeling that great, and she had initially thought it was some kind of food poisoning. She ate a bad sandwich from the local grocery store, and she just kind of kept getting worse, although she wasn't terribly surprised by it because she had had a similar experience, which what she was thinking was food poisoning. That a couple years ago she had a pretty severe case of food poisoning, and it took a little longer than she had expected a couple years ago. So she wasn't terribly alarmed, but I was. And I kept telling her, I said, you have to go to the doctor. This was, I want to say it was Tuesday when I was talking to her. And because at this point I was calling her every day. I usually called her about every other day. So, but when she wasn't sounding better on Monday and then Tuesday, I had said, okay, Saturday to Tuesday is not, that's not, that, that's not normal. That's not food poisoning. That's something else. So she was absolutely refusing to go be seen. So Wednesday, when I spoke to her, she sounded even worse, but she was still, the stubborn old Irish woman was refusing to go be seen. And then she passed that Thursday. So, and then it was like, okay, now what do I do? So I had a funeral that I had to plan, so that got done. And then it was, okay, now what am I going to do with the house? So ultimately I knew that I wanted to sell it. Even when she had made her will years ago, I knew that I would be selling the house. But my mother had, she saved everything, everything. She had bills and receipts from the earliest. I want to say it was, actually the earliest was 1976. It was, she wanted a tree removed from the backyard. So she had the tree man come out, and it was dated, I think it was sometime in July of 76. And yeah, so she still hung on to that. Why, I don't know, but she did. And there were some other cool things, cool pictures and whatnot, that she did save, that was very, very cool of her to save. And then of course there's my teeth from when I was teething and whatnot. But so that whole process was just absolutely insane. So work was insane at that point, her passing, and at the time, the last video that I uploaded back in February, I was saying that my apartment is in a state of chaos. It is actually even more so as we speak. And I strategically placed my phone and myself so that you can't see the whole scope of it. If I could, I would put my hands, because it's an absolute chaos. That was because back in February when I had done my last video, I was actually doing a declutter and reorganization of the apartment. So that's what started it. And in the last video, I was talking about how the cabinets led to the closet, and then the closet led to, the drawers, and then all the other little knickknacks and all that kind of stuff. So that is what started it. So then at the same time, I was going into the office more frequently. At that point, I want to say I was going in twice per week. So I was inheriting furniture from a colleague whose position he received a promotion, and he was getting new furniture. So I inherited the desk that he had at that point, which was an upgrade for me. So I had a ton of files and everything, because he had the credenza with the drawers. He had an actual desk that had drawers. I did not. I had a slab of fiberglass, or it wasn't, it was the plastic that the office cubicles are made of. I had a slab of that with some drawers that were just underneath that, holding the slab up. So I never had an actual desk. So, as pitiful as that is, so I had to reorganize and go through a ton of stuff, 15 years worth, because we've been in that location for 15 years. So I had to go through absolutely everything in my office. So back in February, I was decluttering my apartment and work at the same time. Then when my mother passed and I decided that I was going to sell the house, and she was a pack rat, I had to declutter the house. So there were like 3 things that were going, and one of them had to take a back seat, and it was actually my apartment. The office was kind of the first thing, because that furniture was coming in relatively quickly, and I just had to get that all moved out and situated. Then it was the house, which, Kelly, you know how much I love you. Thank you so very much for being there, and helping me go through everything. I am not exaggerating. The woman saved absolutely everything, and in record time, with my cousin Kelly's help, I was able to get the house cleared out, and we sold it, and it's completely done. So now I can focus on my apartment, which the level of chaos, it's still going to take me a minute. So for a while, you will see that it's an absolute disaster zone, so please excuse it. It will get better over time. It's just going to be a work in process. And after knocking myself out, getting the house prepared, selling it, cleaning, well, I didn't clean it. I had people come in to do cleaning and prepping and the painting and everything. I'm in no rush to get this cleaned, so you'll see the progress in the background over time. So I'm back on here to say that I am coming back after absolute 5 or 6 months of just absolute insanity, that I am really looking forward to coming back, being on a regular schedule, meaning the uploads will be more frequent. As far as which days, which times, I can't commit to that, and I'm not going to make a promise that, it's going to be on such and such a day every week, because I honestly don't know how that's going to play out. Because at work, we are in the beginning of our fiscal year, which is when all my marketing planning and promotions and advertising happen. So it kind of all depends. And now that I'm back in the office for work, that's taken some getting used to too, let me tell you. But yeah, so that was the reason for my absence. I hope that my subscribers that they stick around for the future. And I am really excited and looking forward to getting back to communicating with the YouTube land. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your understanding. And I will see you very soon here on my channel, This and That. Thanks, guys.